Hello and welcome to Jobs and Education. Do subscribe and share my videos. This is your Mahesh Dole. In this video, we are learning about the production drawing of connecting rod of petrol engine. So connecting rod is very important question in production drawing. What is connecting rod? Connecting rod is an intermediate member between the piston and the crankshaft. So this is the piston and this is the crankshaft. So this middle portion is nothing but connecting rod. It is attached at one end to the crank pin of the crankshaft and to the piston through its pin at the other end. So one end is connected to the crankshaft with the help of crank pin and other end is connected to the piston with the piston pin or gudgeon pin. It transmits power from the reciprocating piston into the rotary motion of the crankshaft. When the piston reciprocates from top to bottom or bottom to top, what happens? This is a reciprocating motion, but the crankshaft is rotates. Means it transmits the power from the reciprocating piston to the rotary motion of the crankshaft. So the motion of connecting rod is a combination of rotary and reciprocatory motions. Means it is a combination of rotary as well as reciprocating motions. So this is what connecting rod. It connects between piston and crankshaft. So this is a question. The question gives like assembled figure and what are the parts are there, it indicates parts, and he'll ask that draw the component drawings, apply suitable geometric tolerances and fits, show the surface roughness symbols, draw the process sheet. So these are the four questions we'll ask in the examination. So this is a question of connecting rod front view and top view. So looking at this front view and top view of this assembled figure, so we need to divide the individual parts and draw the component drawings. That is our task. Answer is nothing but individual parts or disassembled parts. So the first part is rod. This is the rod first part. So second is nut. Where is the second part? This is the second part. And third one is bolt. This is third part, bolt. And fourth one is cap. This is fourth one is cap. And fifth one is bearing brasses. This is bearing brasses. And sixth one is bearing bush. This is bearing bush. So these all are the parts. This is first part and this is second part, this is third part and this is fourth part, this is fifth part and this is sixth part. These are the six parts. First one is rod, second one is nut, third one is bolt and fourth one is cap and fifth one is bearing brasses and sixth one bearing bush. These are the six individual parts divided from that assembled figure. This is our task. First question is that draw the component drawings. This is the answer for that particular question. The process sheet we are preparing for bearing brasses. That is the fifth part of the question. So this looks like a bearing brass half portion. This is half portion. So this is another half. If we combine these two, it looks like a complete circular ring. So this is front view. This is top view. Let's see the process sheet basics are very important. We should draw the table and we should indicate the columns like serial number, machine, operations, tools and gauge and time. And part now we need to write these information above the table: part number, description, material required, quantity, size and time. These are the information compulsory we should provide above the table. So the description is nothing but name of the part which we are going to prepare the process sheet, that is bearing brasses. First operation is that checking the pieces of brass bushes. These are the brass bushes. Check the pieces of that brass bushes with the vernier calipers. So no machine is required. So we need to understand machine, operation and tools and gauges. Second operation is that slab mill the parting surfaces in milling machine with slab mills. So what are the tools using? Slab mills. What is the operation? Slab milling the parting surfaces. What is the machine? Milling. Whatever the parting surfaces are there, those are slab milled with the milling machine. Next is fix both the pieces in the chuck. Fix these two pieces in the chuck of the lathe machine. Next to face the end and turn the external surface. Facing the ends and turning the surfaces in lathe machine only with the turning tool. Next to bore 35 H8 and chamfer with boring bar on lathe machine only. Boring of 35 diameter. Where is 35 diameter? Actually this is 17.5 radius is there. This 17.5, this side 17.5. Total it will become 35. So 35 diameter boring tool. With the boring tool, so do the boring operation and chamfer it. Next, cut the oil groove. So here it is, the oil groove is there here. So cutting the oil groove with the boring tool only. Next, to reverse the job, face to the length of 38 mm and chamfer. This is 38 mm, and complete the external turning of 40 G6 into 30 H7. This is 40 G6 and this is 30 H7. This side and this side. So two sides. So complete external turning with turning tool only on lathe machine. So finally inspect the object. So what are the important things we need to understand in this process sheet? We need to understand what are the operations are there, what machine is required, what tools we are using. In that, first one is checking the components and final one is inspection only. In the middle of the thing, what are the operations we are taking and what machines are required, that we need to understand. So for this particular bearing process, we are just doing the slab building operation and turning operation and facing operation and boring operation. These are all the things we are doing with the help of lathe machine and milling machines. This is what about process sheet. So we drawn the component drawings, we finished this process sheet. Next is type of fit table. So this is the type of fit table. It means it indicates it shows the mating parts, how many mating parts are there in the given question. So first one is small end and bush. This is small end and this is a bush. These two are mating together, so its fit is light press fit. So small end and bush, these two are mating together. Bush is nothing but sixth part. The small end is nothing but circular ring like structure. So those two are mating together. That is the first mating part. So its fit is light press fit. And second pair is big end and brasses. This is big end of connecting rod and these are the brasses, bearing brasses. So these two are mating together. Its fit is close running fit. Means out of the total figure we need to understand what are the parts are mating together and what type of fit they are producing. So small end and bush producing light press fit and big end and brasses are producing close running fit. We finished component drawings, type of fit table, process sheet. Next, left with the surface roughness symbols, geometric tolerances. So let's move on to the geometrical tolerances first. So here tolerance symbols shown in this figure, around 3 are there. One is perpendicularity, run out and cylindricity. This symbol is perpendicularity, this symbol also perpendicularity, and this symbol is run out. And also we seen two perpendicularity, this is cylindricity. So perpendicularity, run out and cylindricity. Cylindricity means wherever the cylindrical object are there, that we can indicate with the cylindricity. Perpendicularity means these two lines are showing 90 degrees perpendicularity, that's why it is perpendicular symbol. And next is run out. What is run out? Here the arrow mark symbol is there, that is nothing but run out. It referred to its axis of rotation as a datum. Its axis of rotation as a datum means this bush we are inserting into this. So when it is rotating, it rotates reference to the axis. So for that we will give the symbol of run out. So what is datum? A clear reference is necessary for specifying a target's orientation or location or profile tolerances. Simply we can say it as a plane or point or line. So to indicate or to refer that one, we need a separate reference, that we can call it as datum. So that clear reference is called as datum. Theoretically exact plane or exact point or exact location. So the following symbol A indicates a flat surface as datum. If this symbol is there in the figure, means that shows the flat surface. These are the tolerance symbols. Just now we seen cylindricity, perpendicularity and run out. So these all are the important tolerance symbols which we can use in the production drawing. So we completed component drawings, type of fit, geometric tolerances and process sheet. We left with the surface roughness symbols and surface roughness values. Just go with this surface roughness symbols and values now. So what is surface roughness symbols? Look at this, somewhere we can say this is a triangle symbol, here also triangle symbol, here also triangle symbols. So these triangle symbols are nothing but that is a symbol of metal removal or machining symbol. This is a symbol looks like. So wherever the machining or metal removal process is happening, there will indicate this symbol. So these are the symbols of machining. So this is a machining operation or removal of metal. So that symbol is commonly used. These are the values of surface roughness. Mostly the figures will consist of 3.2. The 3.2 is nothing but reaming, broaching, hobbing, or die casting. Sometimes you can see drilling, that is 12.5. Sometimes you can see 6.3 radial cutoff sawing. So different surface roughness values are there. According to each operation there are some different surface roughness values are there. Thank you for watching this video. Do subscribe and share my videos. This is your Mahesh Dole.